So, I just got through watching a segment from Scandal. I don't watch the show, but there was this, not really controversial, but this statement that so-called Mama Pope made about black women's role in the black community, one-sided loyalty, and the stagnation of black men and black boys of this so-called privilege that black women are burdened to take care of men and boys that don't give a damn about them, that abuse them, that use them, hurt them physically, verbally, and mentally. And she goes down talking about how, um, they're never given. I have to paraphrase it. They were never given a chance to love themselves because they had to. They were conditioned to love black men unconditionally. When they were broke, when they didn't have anything, etc., etc. And a lot of people I felt like a lot of people missed over the first part of her rant, which was about, feminism and how, white women, and how black feminists opened the door for white women to now be a part of the woke movement or the struggle. And this is why you have this dumbass saying of women are the niggers of the world. And this is why I really don't appreciate intersectionality, even though it was made from a black woman. I don't appreciate that because now you have these white people who want to claim people of color or minorities so bad, and so it ends up taking away the accountability for white people to accept racism. And I don't know if this was, I believe her name is Kimberly Kenshaw. I don't know if this was her initial intent, but implying that everybody has their own privilege, it it, it defeats the purpose of fighting racism, white supremacy. Because you can't say that, for example, and I feel like I've made this video like twice. I really do feel like I made this video like 3 times. But you like for instance, ableism. You can't say that. Well, the discrimination against those who are non-able-bodied or disabled is equal to the discrimination of black people in the '60s. You know, you can't really compare it like that. And black the thing is with black men and against feminism, that we've been speaking out against feminism for decades. We've been speaking out against feminism before it was even trending. So I just wanted to put that disclaimer out there, as if black men were coaching black women to be feminists. I was like, no, we weren't. We've been telling you to watch out for those white women. We've been telling you they were not your allies, and we've been told you about their intent and how they're maintaining white supremacy. But y'all got caught up with the intersectionality. You got caught up with white women trying to redefine what a family looks like. You got caught up with sexuality and gender fluidity and all that shit. But on the rest of the things, she did get right. Mama Pope did get it right when it comes to the issues in the black community of insubordinate men getting the best of black women. But the issue that I have is that when is it going to be affected? When is this going to be fixed? To say, hey, okay, we're not going to be supporting black men who are sitting them up in the couch playing Xbox all day. We're not going to be doing it. We're not going to be fixing food for them. If they expect me to do a 9 to 5 and then another part time and then a part time job and expect me to have enough energy to fix a meal that will take me 4 hours to make, then he needs to do it himself. It's hot. Mittens. I should have wore these earlier. Anyways, but and I've just been we've in black men we've been speaking out on, especially on YouTube. We've been speaking about, stop dating broke dudes. We were never defending dudes. We were never defending that every black man deserves love or a relationship. We never defended that. And we set the ground rules talking about, hey, black men, we need to worry about some other things because hey, the word about relationships is stressful because they're not checking for us, and we might have to just accept it because I was in an argument with a female over the same topic, and that and really this video is really a response video to Sophia Nelson's video, and the coddling of black boys and men. And I feel like our message they don't listen. They don't listen to our message, and that's the frustrating part. Like the anger that I had with the Omo show with that girl getting with insubordinate dudes and then crying about how black men aren't stepping up. And I'm like, you have to dry these dudes sexually. You have to, demotivate. You gotta not really motivate them, but you gotta get them out of the habit that their swag or their thugnificence is going to be enough to be with you. And from Sarge to Rick Scorpio to Jason Black to even the Coon Tommy. And I really don't really like all these guys that much. Yeah, I can respect Sarge at least, but even with O'Shea and Obsidian, I don't agree with everything they say, but the message has been out there on YouTube for years, for damn nearly a decade since the conversation of black women and thugs. Those videos go back at least 7 years. And granted, those type of videos aren't going to be popular. Those aren't the type of videos that gets a million views versus a viral dance or music. But it's out there. And to me, there's just no more excuses. And hey, black men messed up too. And, we should have had these boys in check for the longest. You know, but there needs to be consistency. Yeah, I don't want to hear these academia feminists trying to redefine family and talking about, oh well, our our definition of family is too patriarchal and Eurocentric. Okay, so what the hell do you have to offer? You're telling me your your fantasy third world definition of a family is going to be enough to um outbest and outwit white boys of today in America? You think dressing your sons up in dresses and giving them um giving them these ghetto names because you're defiant and you don't give a fuck about white people's approval. Fuck respectability politics. Fuck being married. It doesn't matter. Look at Feminista Jones. She's 38 in a step grandma. That's goals, bitch. I don't want to do that. No, I want to do that. But you have no alternative. And I always highlight, I always cite the Grapevine when they did the all women panel. And these women were not consistent. And I'll give the black men on that panel, on the all male panel, I'll give them their props. I respect that. But when it came to the women who did the all women's panel, there was no consistency. They're talking about redefining family and it's okay to be single mom and we doing it, we independent. And at the end of the video, they complaining about, and these niggas don't even know how to change their goddamn tire. These niggas ain't doing. I'm like, just 10 minutes ago, you were talking about there's no gendered roles in your household. The girls take the trash out. And I don't know what the boys, I don't even know what you expect boys to do because it's not like girls do chores. You know, I really don't understand I don't really understand what boys are going to be doing because even if you tell boys like, oh, learn how to cook, that's something that's unisexual. That's not really gendered, even though, men expect women to cook, but I mean, it's not something that like niggas will frown upon. And so, there's no consistency. And so you can't redefine family. You can't redefine the black family into something liberal or something that you looked up on, that you looked up during a thesis on third world families or indigenous families. You can't use that as the blueprint for us in America. You can't use it at all. Got a text. Let me look at this. Oh, never mind. And so, I really, to be honest with you, I really don't know what it will take because it's not really all on black women, but I at least want them to make better sexual decisions. And you can't. This is also another thing with the confusing thing with feminism is that you cannot be pro-sexual or pro. What is it? Some sex positive. That's the word. You can't be sex positive and then bitch and moan about what black men aren't doing because black men will be in the middle and we'll be like, hey, don't get with them, get with us. And then we're hit with the, oh, well, you guys don't have game, you guys are not confident, you guys are this and that. And it's funny how we can get rejected quick, but we're telling you stop going to door number 2 when everybody's been at door number 2 and there's nothing there. I don't know what it'll take. And I really do feel like I really do feel like there's really no hope for the black community. And granted, black men on the internet, we do need to chill out with the bullying, the harassment, and all that. But women also have to listen to what we're saying. And you don't have to listen to Obsidian. You don't even have to listen to me. The thing is that the message is out there. And like I said before, we really do need a alternative black media to where we can say what we want without being shamed. Because I'm tired of holding my tongue in public. I'm tired of black women telling me like my experience or my analysis is completely wrong and fucked up. And we've been hearing what the black woman side for the longest, despite how biased it is. And it's really time for black men to make their plans, blueprints, and execute it.